Good morning to everyone. This is People's Advocate Srimannarayana Malala. Good morning to everyone. This is People's Advocate Srimannarayana Malala. People's Advocate Srimannarayana Malala objective is to bring knowledge before the public. The People's Advocate Srimannarayana Malala vision, mission statement is learn, earn, teach others to make them earn. Learn, teach others. That's my goal. So, in that part, in that discussion, today we are going to discuss about auditing internal audit. We are talking about internal audit. During the discussion, we'll talk about full-fledged auditing and its knowledge things. Let's start, my dear friend. Last time we came till other see the moment if you see the matters to be covered in the 𝒟𝑒𝑒𝑁 2020 in the auditor's report. First one is fixed assets. Second one is inventories. Third one is loans and advances, investment guarantees. Fourth one, compliance with section 185 and 186. Fifth one, deposits. Sixth one, cost records. Seventh one, statutory dues. Eighth one, undisclosed income. Eighth one is undisclosed income. Ninth one is default in repayment. And 10th one is end use of funds. 11th one is fraud reporting. 12th one is Nidhi companies and compliance. 13th is related party transactions. 14th one is internal audit system. We need to talk about internal audit system. And 15th one is non-cash transactions. Whether company has entered into any non-cash, whether the company has entered into whether the company has entered in any non-cash transaction with the directors, if so provisions under section 192 of the Companies Act 2013 whether complied or not, that's what need to be reported there. And non-banking financial institutions and about the cash losses or resignation of the auditors and material uncertainty, CSR compliance and other project expenses. The clause applies to AR and comparable consolidated financial statements. So the reporting requirement under 𝒟𝑒𝑒 2020, where in the auditor's report, the answer to any of the questions referred to the above matters, unfavorable or qualified, the auditor's report shall also state basis of for such unfavorable qualified answer as the case may be. So where auditor is unable to express any opinion and any specified items, whether the auditor is unable to express any opinion on any specified matter, his report shall indicate such fact together as somebody typed You can speak Hindi, right? No, dear friend, I'm from South India. I'm not much more comfortable Hindi. I am so good, comfortable English only. We would like to speak in English. If you have anybody any question, can you call me back? My mobile number is 9677205265. Sorry, now I'm not in office. I'm home. That is the reason I'm speaking in. Bhavani, చూడు Bhavani, which day today ఎడుతుంది? That's the reason I'm doing through mobile so that I'm not able to express and in morning in there తీసుకెళ్ళి క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను క్లాస్లో ఉన్నా 20 మంది చూస్తారు క్లాస్ పద class is gone. See, my friend, I would like to talk. I'm talking about auditing. See, what I'm telling you here in the forming part of the audit report, according to SS 701, the standards on auditing SS 701 matters of the most significance. The matters are most significant in the audit report. There are two standards over. Another one is talking about matter paragraph. Yeah, somebody is typing. Hi, friend. Anyone have a good day and good luck? And somebody is telling Turkey, you need a head if you love it. There are. My dear friends, if you don't mind, I would like to talk only English because English is a global language, and I would like to bring to the quality in the subject matter of just 1 minute, my dear friends, and I would like to come back within 5 minutes. Sorry, friends. Due to morning, my daughter was woke up. That's the reason I'm not able to consistent on video. You don't mind? I'll let's continue the start discussion. See what I'm talking here. I'm talking regarding auditor's report. In auditor's report also, if you see our previous classes, we discussed a lot. See, somebody asked some questions in YouTube channel itself. I want to answer them one by one. Let me see that what they are asking. What they're asking. Somebody, you can speak in Hindi. No, I cannot speak Hindi. I'm not fluent in the Hindi that much. Somebody is Turkey hi. Somebody said hi. I don't understand what they are saying because of my English is bad. Somebody is saying anyone have a good day and good luck. And my friend, if you love Turkey and know your head. Yes, every language I like it, my dear friend. And my friend, okay, okay. And said hi, you need to choose one. Said hi, bye bye. Don't answer my questions. I won't be here. Okay. Okay, okay, no problem, no problem. No problem, friends. Let's start. My dear friend, here, who I am, I am a people, who I am People's Advocate Sriman Narayana Madala. I am from India and especially from my dear friends, this is People's Advocate Sriman Narayana Madala. I am from India. I am from Chennai. I am speaking on the subject matter of auditing. My target audience is the people who are advocates and the people who are chartered accountants or maybe the people who are CA students. Target of the audience is to make them to understand, not make them to understand, discuss about auditing because they know, I know we are going to be the discussion about the auditing. The most important thing in audit report, uh, if you see SA 701, it speaks about key audit matters. SA 701 speaks about key audit matters. SA 706 talks about emphasis of the matter paragraph. Between definition to differences, key audit matters, the matters are the most significant. Key audit matters are the matters that most significant in the audit selected from these communicated with the governance. As emphasis matter a paragraph in the audit report that highlights the matter already disclosed in the financial statements, which is a fundamental to users' understanding. Then, what is the fundamental difference between 701 and 706? For example, if you talk about SA 701, some key audit matters may also be fundamental to users' understanding of the financial statement. In such cases, the auditor may highlight to draw further attention to their importance. Whereas the emphasis matter paragraph, a matter not identified in the key audit matter, example subsequent events, may still be fundamental to users' understanding and can be included in the emphasis matter paragraph. The purpose of communication 701 and 706. SA 701 speaks provide additional information to help users understand areas of the significant management judgment in the financial statements. Whereas SA 706, the purpose of communication is draw the user's attention to specific matter without modifying the audit opinion. In 701, the objective of the communication is provide additional information to help users understand areas of the significant management judgment in the financial statement. Somebody said hi, hi. Okay. Now, I'm talking about SA 706. Draw users' attention to a specific matter without modification of the audit opinion. If you take the comparative, the effective and usage, whereas key audit matter enhance the transparency and allow users to engage better with the management regarding critical areas of the audit. Whereas emphasis matter paragraph, excessive use of emphasis matter paragraph can reduce the effectiveness in highlighting important matters. Interrelation between SA 701, SA 706. See, I'm always talking about 701, 706, 701, 701. What are those? SA 701 is the key audit matter, whereas SA 706 talks about emphasis matter paragraph in the audit report. Somebody said alias something. Lord Socha said hi. Okay, why hi? If anybody have any doubt, you can call me back. My mobile number 9677205265. Okay, friend. Now, what is the interrelation? The communication of the key audit matter does not replace the need for an emphasis matter paragraph when necessary. Whereas emphasis matter paragraph is not a substitute for key audit matter when SA 701 applies. చాలా మంది వచ్చారు ఇతర దేశం నుంచి. Good morning, friends. Sorry for your inconvenience to going and coming and going and coming because it's a morning, right? And we are into the morning rituals, things. Let's go to the subject matter of. See, prominence in the audit report. The prominence in the audit report, whereas SA 701 speaks, a key audit matters be explained in detail in the auditor's report. It helping users to understanding significance. Whereas SA 706, the auditor may present on emphasis matter paragraph more prominently. Example, extra details to emphasize its importance. Somebody talking, we don't know English. Okay, but what to do? English is universal language. Okay, no issue. Difference between Notes to accounts and qualifications. Notes a management viewpoint. Typically, management explains management viewpoint. Notes to management viewpoint. Typically, management explains their viewpoint on matters of disagreement with the auditor through notes in the financial statement for better understanding by users of the statements. Auditor disagreement: when the auditor disagrees with the management, this is recorded as a qualification in the auditor's report. While management explanation, while management explanation, when the auditor disagree with the management, this is recorded as a qualification in the auditor report, while management explanation is noted in the financial statement. And auditor qualifications: if the auditor decides to modify his report, he may refer to the management note then the provide further details, including quantification and impact on financial statement captions. As much as possible, the manner of qualification by auditor. The auditor must clearly express the nature of the qualifications in the report. If the auditor answers any statutory affirmations negatively or with qualifications, the reasons must be stated. All qualification must be in the auditor's report. Irregularity, a breach of law. If the company commits on irregularity leading to breach of law, the auditor should qualify the report and inform to the shareholder. The opinion should be expressed. The opinion, it should be expressed. Accept the effects of the irregularity. Avoid phases like subject to or with a foregoing explanation as they are unclear. You need to give clear explanation in the audited report. And reference notes of the report. Notes reference, a reference notes to accounts in the audited report does not automatically qualify the report. For example, what is the distinguish between certificate and report? A definition: a certificate is a written confirmation of the accuracy of the facts without involving estimate opinion. Whereas a report is a formal statement. A report is a formal statement made after inquiry, examination, or review and includes auditor's opinion. The nature between the certificate and report. The certificate, it involves a verification of facts with the auditor certificate as specific figures, whereas the report, it involves express of opinion based on estimates and judgment. Examples: certificate. Examples include certifying circulation figures of newspapers and the value of the imports exports of a company. Report. The report may cover financial analysis, that finding, or any other review requiring the judgment. Auditor responsibility in the certificate and report. The auditor is responsible for the factual accuracy of what certified. Whereas report, the auditor is responsible for ensuring the report is based on factual data and that the opinion is in accordance with the facts based on the due care and skill. The key elements in the auditor report, auditor certificate, verification specific facts. Whereas audit report, opinion-based analysis, estimates and judgment. Precise, exact accuracy is required in the certificate, whereas no exact accuracy is required as it involves estimates. So communication to the management, to those charged with governance of the factors. See, my dear friend, now we are entering to, I'm going to talk about three other standards. Somebody's talking about good. Okay, thank you very much, guys who are watching my YouTube channel. Let's start, my dear friend. The specialized areas in the audit report that three standards talks about SA 800, SA 805, SA 810. These three standards audit of the financial statements prepared in accordance with the special purpose framework. In that standard, what key considerations applies to special purpose framework? Focus on auditor, focus on audits, financial statements that follow special guidelines. Whereas SA 805 speaks audit of single financial statement or a specific element, account or item. The key considerations in this applies when auditing is a single financial statement or a specific element. Special consideration for individual items or accounts. Now, if you come back to the SA 810 of audit of summary financial statements, relevant when the auditor reports or audited financial statement must be the same auditor. Dear friend, I would like to talk about more in depth and more elaborate with reference to SA 800. It is a special considerations audit of financial statements prepared in accordance with the special purpose framework. Now, I would like to talk about SA 800. SA 800 are addressed acceptance of the engagement, planning and performance engagement, forming an opinion and reporting on the financial statements. Just 1 minute, I missed my specs. Let me bring my specs. Sorry, my friends. Yeah, somebody asking what is your opinion budget? Let me state in 1 minute. My dear friend, Anyhow, they brought Income Tax Act 2025, and actually Income Tax Act 2025, sorry, Income Tax Act 2025 is applicable from financial year 2026-27. Am I right? Am I right? 2026 to 27. Then assessment year 2027-28. So now for the uh, already Finance Act 2025 is complied for the assessment year, I mean financial year 25-26, assessment year 26-27. But now they're bringing Finance Act 2026, or they're going to bring amendments in the Income Tax Act 2025. That I need to know first. Because the year going to start financial year 26-27. Am I right? Then they're going to bring Finance Act 2026. They're going to talk about Income Tax Act 2025 or Income Tax Act 1961. I'm doubting first. Mostly they will bring any amendment not in Income Tax Act 1961. Already in during the course of Finance Act 2025, they brought Income Tax Act 2025. Now, if they are going to talk about any amendments, I would think, I think it's going to be in the Income Tax Act 2025. The majorly what amendments they are going to bring up, I want to tell you clearly, I don't know. But we'll see once the budget came out. I'll take one session and to discuss with our lot of friends and our lot of colleagues, and we'll talk about more on that. But as my idea, I am bringing to your kind information. They're going to bring amendment not in Income Tax Act 1961. They're going the Finance Act 2026 amendment speaks is going to about the Income Tax Act 2025. That's what I believe. Let's see. Once come, let's see. Okay, that's a different story. Sorry for your inconvenience. Now, I am going to talk about clearly on the specialized areas. These specialized areas are very important for the concurrence of to give audit opinion. Why? These three also forming part of our discussion. It's give the better understanding whether you need to accept the engagement or refuse the engagement, or to give deliberately or accurately without any missing professional judgment. You're able to give audit opinion the moment you've gone well through these specialized areas, such like SA 800, audit of the financial statement for the purpose of in accordance with the special purpose framework, SA 805, audit of the single financial statement or a specific element accounts of the item, SA 810, audit of summary of the financial statements. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Somebody asked, said hi, okay. Yes, good morning. Good morning to everyone. Yes, anybody have a doubt and something they want to call me or something they want to question me or they want to express their view or opinion, kindly call me back. My mobile number is 9677205265. Kindly call me. My mobile number is 9677205265. Thank you, friends. Let's go to see the discussion. See, SCA 800 speaks about a special considerations. Audit of the financial statements prepared in accordance with the special purpose framework. What are the areas to be addressed in this report: acceptance of the engagement, planning and performance of the engagement, and forming opinion and reporting on the financial statements. Somebody asking me question: are you? Sir, I am from Chennai, sir. Are you? Gundu, they're asking Sochin. I don't understand. I am from India. I am from Chennai. This is a people's advocate. My qualification BCom, MCom, CA in 2012, LLB, LLM. I'm a practicing advocate before the AP High Court and other high courts like Madras High Court and Bombay High Court. I am specifically talks about tax litigation advocate. Being a tax litigation advocate journey, I am going to become a good into the matter of NDAS. I am going to become the good in the matter of audit report. I am going to become a good in the matter of the advanced financial management. The target is being a tax litigation advocate journey. These are understanding, explaining others, teaching others, learning to. These are all my part of the journey so that I'm doing all these things. I am tax litigation advocate Sriman Narayana Malala. My aim is to become excellence in DAS, excellence in auditing, excellence in advanced financial management areas. Apart from anyhow excellence, already excellent in direct tax laws and direct tax laws. These are my 5 pillars of my journey being a tax litigation advocate to become a successful in my career. So that somebody asked me, but what are you doing here? Nothing, sir. I am just talking about auditing. That's it. I'm not doing anything. I'm a tax advocate. I'm talking about auditing on specialized areas today and now. Every day morning 4 a.m. to till 9 a.m. is target talking about auditing. So let me go talk. Boo. Some drunk question like that. No, no, dear. I'm a very well, good, disciplined guy. I don't do that thing. Abba. Okay. Cool. Talk about subject. Okay, let's speak. Areas addressed: acceptance of the engagement, planning, performance of the engagement. Meaning, what is the meaning of the special purpose framework? A special purpose framework, financial reporting framework is designed to meet a specific users. It can be either fair presentation of the framework or compliance framework. A special purpose framework determines form and content of the financial statement. What constitute complete set of the financial statement? Example: cash basis accounting, creditors, regulatory reporting provisions, regulator requirement, contractual provisions, bond bonds and like irregularities and debentures like loan agreements and project grants, these all stuff. Okay, now special purpose versus general purpose. Special purpose framework is for specific users. General purpose framework is for the common financial information needs a wide range of users. Financial statement, the term financial statement in this statement, financial statement, refers to complete set of the special purpose financial statements. It includes related to notes such as summary of the significant accounting policies, explanatory information. My dear friends, anybody, any question, I will reply if it is the matter of my subject. If any other things, I don't reply. Why I want to reply? If someone anything comment, it hurts me. I don't mind. What is my duty? My duty, my goal, my vision to talk subject, to teach subject. If somebody badly commented me, why I want to reply? My target, my goal, my vision, my mission to talk about auditing every day morning 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. Indian Standard Time. According to Indian Standard, morning 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. my goal is to talk about auditing, understanding about auditing, learning about auditing, thinking about auditing, to become excellence in the subject matter of auditing. To become excellence in the subject matter of auditing. During my presenting, during my YouTube video, if somebody commented badly or hurt me, I don't mind. It's your job to spoil someone. It's my job to become excellent of me. Here I am sitting to work on me, not on you. If somebody is telling that talking badly or thinks something, I don't mind. What is my goal? My goal to become excellence. The part of become excellence, you cannot see others. You see of life is talking positive. And to become excellence and to become the best version of me is my life goal. I don't want make excellence of you. It's your duty to make excellence you. In the my duty to become excellence of me. The best success for me is the best version of me. During the part of my best version of me, I want to make me a good into subject matter of auditing. That's what my life. Sorry if I talk anything wrongly, unnecessarily. It's the morning allocation for auditing. I came for auditing subject. Am I right? Now I am talking about specialized area, right? Let's me go to speak about subject. See, considerations when accepting such engagement. The intended user's needs are key determining the acceptability of the financial reporting framework. For special purpose financial statements, applicable financial reporting framework. It includes financial reporting standards set by an authorized, recognized recognized organization. These standards are presumed acceptable if the organization follow established transparent process, laws and regulations. Some laws or regulations may require a specific framework for preparing single purpose financial framework, a special purpose framework financial statements. For certain entities, in such case, the framework is presumed acceptable unless indicated otherwise. Conflict with legislative regulatory requirement. If financial reporting standards are supplemented by legislative or regulatory requirement, standards on auditing SA 210 requires the auditor to check for conflict. Auditor must take prescribed actions if conflict exists. Framework from other sources. The framework may also came from contract with other customers, other sources. Acceptability is determined by whether the framework shows attributes of acceptable financial framework as per SCA 210. Professional judgment. In special purpose framework financial statement, the importance of each attribute is determined by the auditor's professional judgment based on the engagement needs. Considerations when planning and performing such audit. Compliance with SCA 200, the auditor must comply with relevant ethical requirement including independence, all relevant standards on auditing, for the audit. Exceptions to compliance with standards on auditing. The auditor may depart from the standards on auditing requirement in exceptional circumstances. Using alternative audit procedures to meet aim with the requirement. Special considerations for standards on auditing, application of some of the requirement of the standards on auditing in an audit of the special purpose framework financial statements may require a special considerations by the auditor. Understanding accounting policies and SCA 315. SCA 315 speaks what? SCA 315 speaks identifying risk being an entity. What are the risk matters associated with the organization? The risk may associate with the entity. It is a structural risk, associated risk, in the internal control risk. The risk may be everywhere in the organization. Basically, the risk in the associated with the structure that need to be eliminated first. The structure itself, risk associated, is difficult to eliminate. Because understand that the risk associated, that's called universal risk. The subject matter of universal risk, the risk associated with a structure like CFO, director, manager, accountant, or subordinate staff level. So the entire structure of the organization, you need to understand, that's called a risk associated with the structure. This is called generally universal risk. Then you can set up the controls in the best possible manner. The moment you understand the organization structure. So, my dear friend, that's why you need to understand the accounting policies, SCA 315. The auditor should understand the entity selection of application of accounting policies. For contract-based financial statement, the auditor must understand the management significant interpretation of the contract. An enterprise is significant when alternative interpretation could result in a material difference in the financial statement. Why keep telling you understand the accounting policies and the interpretation and understand the contract with the customers? One of the prominent accounting standard Ind AS 115 speaks about revenue recognition. Ind AS 115 speaks about revenue recognition. What? You need to performance the contract based on the performance obligations completed. You need to recognize the revenue. Unless otherwise, I am looking to that India's 115. I could not understand that how they are recognized revenue, how it's the materiality in my audit during the course of my audit. In order to mitigate my SA 315, I need to understand that how the entity or management interpreted this contract with the customers and what is their representation. So, my dear friend, the basic thing is that an interpretation significant when alternative interpretation could result in material difference in the financial statements. Why? First, I would, being an auditor, I will go look into that. What are the contracts according to India's 115? What are the contracts? What are the contracts entered by the organization and how they are recognizing the revenue? That I would need to understand. Now, so that's why I'm telling an interpretation is a significant when alternative interpretation could result in a material difference in financial statements. Okay, now let's go to materiality threshold SA 320. In special purpose framework financial statement, those prepared on contract requirement, management may agree on the threshold below which misstatement will not be adjusted or corrected. The existence of such threshold does not rely the auditor from the determining the materiality SA as per materiality threshold SA 320. A special purpose financial statements, those prepared on a contract requirement, section 55A, section 55A of Income Tax Act, or you're talking about GST, my friend? 55A of GST you're speaking? IPC. Ayya Babu, brother, I am not good into IPC or BLS or something. I am good into tax and tax litigation. Okay, you ask income tax, you ask GST, you ask international taxation. I am good into that, I can answer. I am not good into IPC. I am not good into BNS or something because I am regularly my life struggling and talking about these tax laws only. I'm a specific tax lawyer. Okay, let's move. The materiality threshold SA. Okay, whatever. Materiality threshold SA 320. In special purpose framework financial statement, those prepared on contract requirement, management may agree on the threshold between below which misstatement will not be adjusted or corrected. The existence the existence of such a threshold does not relieve the auditor from determining materiality as per SA 320 for planning and performing the audit. Communication requirement SA 260. I'm talking about SA 260. The auditor needs determine the appropriate person with the entity governance structure to communicate with. If all to those charged with governance are involved in managing the entity, the communication requirements are modified accordingly. When both gaps, general purpose financial statement, special purpose financial statement are prepared, those responsible for oversight of a special purpose framework financial statement may differ from those responsible for the general purpose financial statements. Forming an opinion and reporting SA 700 revised. When reporting on special purpose financial statements, the auditor must follow the requirement revised SA 700. Okay, now would like to talk about description of the applicable financial reporting framework. Evaluation of the financial statement revised SA 700 requires the auditor to evaluate whether financial statements adequately refer to the described applicable financial reporting framework. In the case of contract-based financial statement, whether significant interpretations of the contract are described in the financial statement. Form and content of the auditor's report. SA 700 revised deals with form and content of the auditor's report, including a specific ordering of certain elements. Special purpose financial statements. A special purpose financial statements. For special purpose framework, the auditor report must include purpose for which the financial statements are prepared and the intended users management responsibility for determining the framework acceptability. Key audit matters 701. If key audit matters are communicated in the auditor's report, a special purpose framework financial statement, SA 701, applies fully. Other information, SA 720 speaks. According to SA 720 revised, applies when reporting accompanies special purpose financial framework. These reports designed for owners or stakeholders are treated as annual reports. In case financial statements prepared using special purpose framework, similar stakeholders are the specific users for whom special purpose framework financial statements is designed to prepare the special purpose framework financial statements. Reference to general purpose financial statement in special purpose framework financial statements auditor report. The auditor may include other matter paragraph in the auditor's report on special purpose framework to refer to the auditor's report and the complete set of general purpose financial statement as per SA 706 devised. This could include matters referred like material uncertainty related to going concern, altering altering readers that the financial statements are prepared as per special purpose framework. Use a special purpose framework. Use special financial statements. A special purpose framework may be used for the purpose other than those for which they were intended to or placed on the public records or regulator. Emphasis matter paragraph. To avoid misunderstanding, the auditor includes emphasis other matter paragraph in the report, explaining that the financial statements are based on special purpose framework may not be suitable for other purposes. SA 706 revised speaks. SA 706 request in separate section of the auditor's report because alter for specific users. The auditor may indicate that the auditor's report is intended solo for specific users. This may involve this may involve restructuring, distribution, or use of the report depending on applicable laws or regulations. Expanding the alert. Expanding the alert paragraph may be expanded to include restrictions on distribution or use with the heading modified accordingly if needed. Example, the emphasis matter. For example, we draw attention note 10 describe the basis of accounting. The financial statements are prepared to comply with the contract reporting the provisions and may not be suitable for other purpose. The report is intended solo for the company and Mr. XYZ Limited Company and should not be used by any others. The auditor's opinion is not modified concerning this matter. The auditor's opinion is not modified, spoken or we talked about SA 800. Now, this moment, I would like to go step into the SA 805. Before looking to SA 805, let me check the commenter section. Many people today they commented like so things. Let me see if any positive will take, if any negative will leave it. If anything is to require reappreciate or critical re-examine me, I'll take care of it. Let me go through comments. People talked several comments today. Someone see, I'll see the comments one by one. Let me see comments. You can speak Hindi right now. Turkey said hi. I don't understand what they are saying because my friend, if you love Turkey, said hi. Bye bye. Socha means go to sleep. Somebody like that. No English. Okay. If your opinion budget, yes. Arshavadan, hello, said hi. Are you అని ఒక్క కామెంట్ వరకు వచ్చేది లేదు ఇప్పుడన్నా సబ్జెక్ట్ మాట్లాడిండు దే ఆర్ స్పీకింగ్ అదర్ థింగ్స్ ఓన్లీ వన్ పర్సన్ ఆస్క్డ్ అబౌట్ ది regarding to budget. All other people they are telling good words. So what are the different things? They didn't talk about subject. See, every day morning 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. People's advocate Sriman Narayana Malila. He is from Chennai. He is from India. But first of all, the People's advocate Sriman Narayana Malila is from Andhra Pradesh, born and brought up Andhra Pradesh, enrolled with the AP High Court, practicing as tax litigation advocate before the across the country tribunals and CAT appeal, GST apply, first appellate authority, income tax tribunal, GST, high courts, tribunals, and appellate authorities with the taxation, various forms. This is what my scope day to day my life. I'll regularly speak about morning 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. about auditing. If anyone is interested about auditing, you come and join with hands to me, and then we'll discuss, we'll learn together, we'll work together, we'll study together, we'll enjoy the subject matter, we'll become the stronger in the subject matter of auditing. The moment you become the subject matter of auditing, if you're a CS student, you will get good marks. If you're already auditor, you will be excellent. If you are something in the part of your life working, it will be a good exposure. For me, being a tax lawyer, I should be subject matter of audit report. So I am reading, understanding subject matter of auditing. So guys, thank you very much. Let's go to step into the SCA 805, right? We'll talk about SCA 805. SCA 805, very interesting part. Why? I am talking here single financial statements. SCA 805 talks about audit of single financial statement. Whereas SCA 800, what I spoke there, it is a special purpose framework. They given a special purpose framework, I worked for that and then given report. Now they're asking to me, you work on the single financial statement. Then I need to understand my single financial statement, what is my scope, and if I touch this element, what about the relevant elements? Those relevant elements are good or not. If my opinion is impacting of the entire financial statement or maybe single financial statement is the matter of is the subject matter of discussion now. Let's go to let's see. Application of single financial statement. Okay. Application of SAS. According to standards on auditing 100 to 700 series, applied to the audit of the financial statement, these standards on auditing should be adopted as needed. When auditing other historical financial information, standards on auditing 100 to 700 speaks about apply to the audit of the financial statement. These standards should be adopted as needed when auditing others' historical financial information. SCA 805 applies to audit of the single financial statement or a specific elements. It does not apply to the report from the component auditor for consolidated financial statement. Understand? SCA 805 applies to auditor of the single financial statement or a specific elements. It does not apply to report from the component auditor for consolidated financial statement. The moment you are preparing consolidated financial statement, I am not being a component auditor, so my work will not help to you. My work is single financial statement, which helps to the a specific element. It's not a component element. It could not be useful for the consolidation. Okay. Now, the special purpose framework SCA 800, if single financial statement or a specific element is prepared under special purpose financial framework or SCA 800 revised also applies to the audit. Objective of the auditor. The auditor's goal when applying special single financial statements audit, when applying standards on auditing, An audit of single financial statement or specific element, account or item is to address the special considerations relevant to the audit, the acceptance of the engagement, the planning and performing of the engagement, and forming an opinion and reporting on the single financial statement or on specific element, account or item of financial statement. A single financial statement is different from consolidated financial statement. Consolidated financial statement, you will follow specific Ind AS 110. Am I right? 110, right? Consolidation financial statement is 110, right? Yes. Now, oh, okay. A single financial statement is different from the consolidated financial statement. For example, a cash flow statement is considered a single financial statement. Element of the financial statement, the term element of a financial statement refers to an element, account or item of the financial statement, for example, trade receivable, cash and bank balance or etc. Okay. Liability for claims incurred but not required in case of insurance companies. A schedule of net tangible assets. Okay. Liability for Appa. Okay, let's start. A schedule net tangible assets including related to notes. Schedule of disbursements in relation to a lease property. Schedule of externally managed assets and incomes of private pension plan. Related notes. A single financial statement, a specific element includes related notes, which consist of summary of significant accounting policies, other explanatory information relevant to the statement of such engagement. SA 200 requires the auditor to comply with all relevant standards on auditing for the audit, including when auditing a single financial statement or a specific element. Okay. This applies even if the auditor is not engaged to the audit of the consolidated financial statements. Practically, applying standards on auditing, if the auditor not audited the consolidated financial statements, he must determine whether the audit of the single financial statements or element in accordance with the special purpose frame, in accordance with the standards on auditing. See, practically, if the auditor not audited consolidated financial statement, he must determine whether the audit of the single financial statement or element in accordance with the standards on auditing is practicable. The moment management gives to me to audit single financial statement, I need to understand, is it possible to me single financial statement to audit rather than entire relevant items are checking or not. The moment I check relevant items, it is a integral part of the auditor's report may affect my opinion. That I could see, that I need to see. Okay. Now, relevant all the financial statements as in accordance with the standards on auditing is practicable, that I need to check. Compliance with ethical requirement. The auditor must comply, the auditor must comply with relevant ethical requirement, including independence in the financial statement, audits, exceptions to compliance. The auditor the auditor the auditor must comply with the each standards on auditing. See, my dear friend, the relevant ethical requirement, including the independence of the financial statement of the audit, all relevant standards on auditing for that audit. These I need to see for compliance as a being part of my ethical requirement. Exception to the compliance. The auditor must comply with each standards on auditing unless or a consolidated cases alternative aim of the requirement. Consolidated financial statement, they may lack of full understanding of the entity and it doesn't have an audit evidence about general quality of the accounting records. As a result, audit will be required additional corroborative evidence. to support or verify the evidence already obtained from the accounting records. Okay. Auditor who is not engaged in consolidated financial statement. If the auditor is not engaged for the consolidated financial statement, they may lack of full understanding of the entity and its environment, including its internal control, and doesn't have an audit evidence about the general quality of the accounting records. As a result, audit will require additional corroborative evidence to support or verify the evidence already obtained from accounting records. Audit work disproportionate to the audit element. Is some of the standards auditing may require audit work that seems disproportionate to the element being audited. Example SA 570 going concern may be impracticable, may be impractical for small elements, like accounting receivable. If the audit of these single financial statements is impracticable, the auditor may discuss with management whether another type of engagement would be more feasible. If the audit of the single financial statements is impracticable, the auditor may discuss with the management whether another type of engagement would be more feasible. Okay. Now, acceptability of the financial reporting framework. See, applicability of the financial framework. SA 210 requires that auditor to determine acceptability of the applicable financial reporting framework used in preparing the financial statement. In case audit of the single financial statement, the auditor must assess whether applicable financial reporting framework enables adequate disclosure to help the intended users understand the information is conveyed, the effect of material transactions and events on the information conveyed. Applicable framework. A special purpose financial statements see applicable framework. These standards, sorry, the standards on auditing single financial statement may follow a framework established by an authorized standard setting organization. The auditor check the framework including all the relevant requirement for adequate disclosure in the presentation. Considerations when planning and performing the audit. Applicable standards in an audit of the single financial statements or a specific element, all relevant standards on auditing. All right. Standards on auditing like SA 240, SA 550, SA 570, SA 240 considerations of laws and regulations, SA 550 related parties, I hope, right? SA 570 going concern are relevant even what is meant by SA 550. Let me check. SA 550. Yes, related parties. What I said right only. Five related parties. SA 550 is related parties only. Yes, what I said correct. Communication with governance. The auditor needs to determine the appropriate person within the entity governance structure to communicate with. If all to those charged with governance are involved in managing the entity, the communication requirements are modified accordingly. When both CSFS and SFS, consolidated financial statement, single financial statement, element, are prepared by the entity, those responsible for prepared single financial statements element may differ from those responsible for consolidated financial statements. Use of evidence from single financial statement element along with the entity CFS, the auditor can use evidence obtained from the consolidated financial statement audit. However, the auditor must still obtain, according to standards on auditing evidence like SU 500, SU 505, likewise. However, the auditor must still obtain SAE, standards on auditing evidence, specific to the single financial statements or element. Interrelationship, just 2 minutes, I'll just face wash and come. See, my friends, Battery is 20%. Okay. Now, I would like to come back to the interrelationship of the financial statement. See, individual financial statement which comprise this consolidated financial statement, many elements of the financial statement are interrelated to audit of the individual financial statement. When auditing, if individual financial statement which comprise the consolidated financial statement, many elements of the financial statements are interrelated to, so audit of the single financial statement or element cannot be considered in isolation. The auditor needs to perform procedures to address interrelated items during the audit. Materiality considerations. Materiality determined for single financial statements or a specific element may be a lower than for the consolidated financial statement. This will affect the audit procedure, nature, timing, and extent, and the evaluation of the uncorrected misstatements. So this is very important point. Materiality considerations. Materiality determined for a single financial statement. A specific element may be lower than the for the consolidated financial statement. This will affect the audit procedure, nature, timing, and extent, and evaluation of the uncorrected misstatements. Form and opinion. Agreed terms of the audit engagement. FCS 210 requires the agreed. Time is 6 o'clock. Again, our classes and in because so much is that few pages. Yes, I'll come back later. Thank you, and all tell who watched my YouTube channel. And I would like to come back next. We are going to talk about. See, still the points are pending. Forms of opinion, framing of opinion, and reporting. And yes, I would like to complete this part, but little I need some time. So part of the standard is completed regarding to SA 805. The remaining part also we will discuss now itself. Why can't now? We'll complete the 805 and then leave the class and then take some break and come back to join. Okay, my friends, let's start. Forms of opinion. My friend, forms of opinion. Agreed terms of the audit. Standards on auditing 210 requires the agreed terms of the audit to include the expected form of any report. For single financial statement or specific element, the auditor should assess whether the expected form of opinion is appropriate. Form of opinion. The form of opinion depends on the applicable financial reporting framework. Any applicable laws or regulations. Opinion for unmodified opinion when expressing an unmodified opinion on consolidated financial statements. applicable financial reporting framework. The opinion states, see, the opinion states that financial statements present fairly or give a true and fair view in accordance with the applicable framework. Consolidated financial framework, the opinion states that the financial statements are prescribed in all material respects according to the audit applicable framework. Presentation of the single financial statement element. For single financial statement is a specific element that framework may not explicitly address the how the presentation should be made. If based on the framework from an authorized standards setting organization, the auditor consider if the expected opinion from is inappropriate. Okay. Now, dear friends, factor friends, today I would like to wind up. I'm into page number 130. Okay, framing of opinion and SCA 805 is a part of the standard is pending. I would like to come back to join. Now time is 5:32, and I would like to come back to join by 6 o'clock, and then we'll start bigly, and we can do very well. Good. Thank you. Thank you, and all. Bye bye. See you. Tata.